Right, this is the fifth video, FOMIS, the second video of the harvesting module. In this video, I'd like to concentrate on the outcomes of the harvesting module. If we go to the reports section, we'll see, and you can generally see this structure in most of the modules. We have a report firstly on a lost time. You would select which farm. Just for simplicity's sake, we'll select all. We would then select a date, let's say from the 1st of April 14 to the 15th of April 14. And this would then work and go and calculate all your lost time and give you a parameter-driven report on all the lost time during the period for the dates you've selected per machine. Again, unfortunately, due to the video capture, I've got to keep this quite small, so we'll do a little bit of scrolling here. So what it will do is it will now break down and report on each machine for the period, and that's for the farm, obviously. So one of the interesting things of this report is it also kicks out additional hours. So in this case, there were no breakdowns for FHE01, but the machine actually worked 5.9 hours more than it was expected to in this period. Okay, so it would give you a pie chart for each machine. Unfortunately, I haven't captured many breakdowns to give you an idea, and then it would give you a total for all the machines together, so you get a total production chart. Just to give you an idea on the last time, I went and just added some data for lost time production in March, just to give you a bit of a better demonstration of what actually happens. As you can see here now, I didn't add a lot of data, but FHE1 now, it breaks down the mechanical breakdown. There was half an hour lost, which is 0.1%. And for another machine, I used terrain as a reason, giving you that. And then you'll see under all the reports, it is unfortunately very small percentages, but it will then give you your percentage for all of them. Okay, so that's how the lost time works. Okay. In terms of production reports, they are broken down into operators and harvesters. There's a very simple daily production report. Let's say for the first 5 days in March, and this will give you a report by production. So Jack Jones here, that's his production. Always a comparison between the actual and the target for tons and hours. So he did actual tons of 81 against a target of 100 tons, and then it gives you an accumulated column here as well. The very similar thing with the hours. So it gives you a nice little quick summary of your daily production by operator. It also gives you your graphs. So it will show you how he's operating against budgets on both daily as well as accumulated. Okay. Right. In addition, we can run reports for. This will take a little bit of time to run, but I'll pause the video while we wait. Let's say to the 30th of the 6th, 14, and we can produce that on a monthly basis. Okay. Okay, and so for Jack, we can see his production by June, March, April, May. Give you the production by month. Again, with your graphical display, in this case I brought in trees as well, so you can see how many trees he's felled and how many tons and how much hours he's done by month. Okay. So that gives you your reports for the operators. Very similar with harvesters. To the, let's say, the 7th of the 3rd, 14. So this is your daily report. And it'll give you your production by day with tons, accumulated tons, hours, and target hours as well. Okay. Right. You notice here that there are 2 shifts, because the machines are working a day and night shift. So it'll tell you how many shifts the machine has worked as well. Okay. Then with regards to periodic machine, okay, there are 2 formats for the periodic reports by machine. If we do it by month, you'll see the first one gives you a breakdown of the by machine by month. Okay, March, April, May, June. So in other words, for each machine you'll have a monthly report. The other report does it exactly in reverse. So what it'll do is it'll give it by date by month. So if we run the same report, okay, on a monthly basis, you'll notice as well I can keep reports open. All right. So in other words, for March we can see the comparative performance per machine, okay, and how they've performed on trees, tons, and hours, versus the first one was for a machine by period. Okay, so those are your 2 different periodic reports. And then we get to the productivity drill downs, okay? Okay. So if we go for forest farms, okay, it will give us a production report by compartment, okay? And then we can drill down on the compartments and have a look and say, okay, those are the machines that worked on that compartment. And then if we had to really get very, very nitty-gritty, we could actually go and look at the production of that machine for that compartment. Bear in mind, this is not by machine, so this will only extract the information for that specific compartment for A009 there, okay? Right, so you have 3 levels of drill downs on the farm drill down report, okay? In addition, we have a general production report. Right, okay. So in this case now we'll have a production report by machine and by operator, and this is a date-driven report, so it'll be production for that period, okay? And again, we can drill down on the reports, and it'll give us our daily performance for the report, and we can actually drill right down, and you will remember this from the data capture. It actually brings you right down to the actual data captured, okay? In the same manner, you can go and have a look at production by operator, and you can go and have a look at what that operator did on that day. And I've now selected ones without breakdowns, but essentially, if you have any breakdowns, they'll appear here as well. Okay. So that's your basic outcomes. In addition, you do have a monthly report, but this was something requested by the client, and not something I think you'll use too much. But let's run one anyway. So this would be a monthly summary for March, which will just give you your summary reports for the month of March. Your harvested totals, your your operators' performance for that month, and your operator totals. Okay, so it's just a monthly summary, but I think most of this information is included in your other reports in a much more dynamic manner. Okay, so that gives you a really comprehensive reporting, parameter-driven reporting structure, which allows you to extract information pretty much on any parameter, by date, by machine, by compartment, and you can see your exact production figures either on a daily level or periodic basis, monthly basis, by farm, whichever way you want to view it. And that brings us back to the end of the outcomes for the harvesting module.